Are we
going,
gone? Are we
we are
gone?
going crazy.
Going, and gone. We are live.
We
Good
are always
afternoon, ladies and
going.
gentlemen.
We are always going crazy.
Who's going crazy?
Uh, Me, probably. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm crazy. How about you?
Well, you got to be a little crazy to be my friend. And
Well,
I'm absolutely bonkers. No doubt about it. Especially after what we talk about today. Today might be a little, if you
I'm
don't like
crazy.
it, it might be a longer live than you know. Because I got a
I
lot of
hope
shit in my head.
we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
We
Some
got
weird
something to
stuffings.
talk about.
Some weird stuffings, man.
Hoping everybody had a very safe and happy 4th of July. Maybe we'll start with that one, Joe, but not right now. Let's see if people get on.
Let's see if I can do it
Can you
because
share?
uh, well,
I'm gonna
I'm
share to
trying
my
to.
page because
Okay,
my page has like 4,000 page
let's
rates
see
on
if
it.
I can do it. Let's see if it'll let.
My phone doesn't even show it yet. There she is. Oh, there she is to save the day. And
Bye.
um,
Post. Let's see if it'll post.
we're on Instagram.
Yeah. I'm restricted for 7 hours more. I can't do it. In the groups, so I can't
Facebook.
go into groups.
Maybe that's
Yeah,
what you should start with then. The
yeah.
fascist book trash.
The fascist book trash will not let me
I mean, yeah.
post or go into my groups because I called somebody. I told him
Start from the
back,
beginning. You
you're
always do
trash
this.
because he told me I was trash. He told me you mag hats are trash.
Mag
That's what, and
hats.
I says, us trash, you're the
Maggot.
ones that are trash. We haven't done anything. You're the ones doing all the bad stuff, all the rioting, all this other crap. I mean, come on, Facebook. You put naked women on my feed. And when
Yeah, I
I
get
just
that
said
too.
the word trash because somebody said it to me, and you restrict me in all my groups for a couple of days, it's just ridiculous. What's wrong with you people? Is there something wrong with you? Good Lord.
Is there something wrong with you?
There's got to be something wrong with these people.
Well, okay, first of all,
Insane.
I told you, like, it makes no sense. But how long are you restricted?
7 more hours. It's
So
been
how long?
since
And it
yesterday.
started last night?
Yesterday, yeah. Yesterday during the day.
Now, what happened was you both called each other trash. He said it first. Was it in that nasty group,
Yeah,
Facebook?
yeah.
The one,
The
my
sick,
favorite
it's called
word?
sick fucks. That's
Sick
what it
fuck.
is. I'm sorry. I don't mean anything mean by it or anything, but that's what it is. You know,
Um,
I don't even know how I got in the group. That's just so weird.
and then you dragged me in there somehow.
I don't know how that
I
I
don't want
don't
to
even
waste
know
my
how
time
I
fighting these idiots.
and now they put me in another group. It's even worse. It's a political one that this one guy just is hating on. I mean, it's you can put anything in there, but this one guy, they just keep on hating on President Trump. They but yet what I'm finding out is they have no policy. There's nothing that they have no agenda. They have absolutely no agenda. Where are they going to take once they stabilize in power? Where are they taking us? Have you guys heard? What's their vision for the future, so to speak? We know what we want. Get rid of the illegals. We got a lot of stuff to fix that they've been doing. We need to kick we need to take back our land from the foreign those foreign countries, the bad foreign countries.
I've only been saying for 8 years that DC,
Mm-hmm.
about 40% of it is owned by China.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 8 years ago. And that was probably dated knowledge itself,
Yeah.
a year older. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying, like, this stuff is known.
Yeah.
This stuff was known while Trump was president,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was.
So why would anybody believe that he didn't do anything about it? That's my point, and I'll keep It's so weird with you, Joe, because you see it and then you back talk things. But let's not, all right. You're skipping ahead though. Let's go back. We got some people watching. Um, what was that
Just
whole subject now? You skipped over the,
they restricted me for saying the word
no, I know.
trash.
So
I
he
mean,
probably went and told a moderator, an admin, or Facebook
probably,
before you did. But
probably.
the word to call somebody trash, that how is, at least you didn't say white trash.
Oh
Somebody
no,
called me,
you don't call
I was
people that.
playing, I was playing on Facebook Spades. Was it Facebook Spades?
Yeah.
Oh, it might have been Pogo, which is a little better than
Hmm.
Facebook Spades. And somebody
Right.
called me a white bitch. And I'm like, now, to be honest, I do. It's Our Nutty Gang is the name of the group, because a
Hmm.
bunch of us play the Pogo together. And I am a white girl, and I have a unicorn in back of me. But I also have a patriotic shirt on.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a white bitch.
Yeah.
Does how is part of this nation not waking up?
Yeah. I like it when somebody calls me racist.
Yeah, I got her for racism. I was
Yeah.
after she said, I was like, you do realize you're racist, and I see why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got her. I literally told because they get me on stupid crap.
Yeah.
I mean, when they're able to say, "Oh, you should have been a sink baby," but then you come back at them like whatever I would say, or it might not be so pleasant. How come they get it?
Yeah.
Why do they? It's like you get Connie got Connie, our girlfriend, and how did she get an hour? She got an hour of punishment.
She doesn't even know why.
Connie, lovely, lovely woman, just retired with her husband of I think 40 years, was it? They just celebrated it. 53.
Hmm. Hmm.
53
Hmm.
years, I think. Oh, I hope I'm not getting it confused. God bless Connie and her husband.
Yeah.
But
They're
an
top.
hour. You'd think a 70 something
Somebody
year old
like
can't
her. Yeah. How does she
make
get
her
it?
own decision?
That woman, I don't think has a mean bone in her body.
No. Oh my God, no. She helped people all her life.
Yeah.
She
This
worked in
stuff
the
is
doctor.
just
Her and her
out of
husband works in
control.
the doctor's office.
It's out of control. It needs to stop. It really does. It's enough is enough.
It's still, I think that, you see, I think it's a bad idea, but I think the queue system, maybe because China took over so much of it, they want to shut it down,
Hmm.
Facebook. And it would be, what they need to do is
Excuse
just
me.
make it all one platform. It's ridiculous. This is
Yeah.
ridiculous to have
It's
50
public.
billion platforms.
Right. And it's public. You can say what you want. It's free speech.
Well, yes, yes.
Even the stuff that you don't want to hear. Hey, you know what? Turn it to somewhere else. There's
I
a
wonder
lot
what
of stuff that
happened. Did
people
that
say
law
that are
ever
my
pass?
friends. There's a lot of stuff that people that are my friends and family say that are that I don't really like. So you know what I do? I turn the page. I just move on. I don't like what they say. I don't like their post. I just just scroll up and keep going.
Right.
Don't pay
That's the
attention
choice.
to it.
And then
Yeah.
when you say these in a private club, private group,
Mm.
right? It should be under, was it 220 pass? 230? There was some kind of bill for Facebook and a few other social medias. I don't see anything wrong with TikTok either. I don't give a shit. If you're not interested, don't download it. But to be honest, I think they should all be one at this point. It's ridiculous. You go
Yeah.
into one app and you could browse, you know,
You know, when they first
So
came
far
up with
behind.
the internet, it was this. You're going to be able to share your knowledge with people around the world. You'll be able to read a book from China. That's what they said. And they'll be able to read a book from here. That's what they said. That's what they build the the internet on. And of course, Barack Obama gave control of the internet to the UN in 2014 on my birthday, October 1st. I'll never forget that. I always said, "What are
Barack,
you
wait, say
doing?
it
Why are
again.
you doing that?" Now they
What
know
did you
why.
say exactly? Barack gave,
Barack Obama was president and
yeah,
gave the internet to the UN on October 1st, 2014.
how
Now
did he
he's the
give,
head of the UN. So in fact, he gave himself control of the internet.
yeah, right. Well,
It is
that
what it
doesn't,
is,
it's
man.
neither here
Sorry.
nor there because they created in the first place. Most everything was
Hmm.
stolen ideas
Yeah,
that
they
they
are
took credit
stolen
for.
ideas. You're right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they took credit for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like the automatic cars now. It's a stolen idea. I don't care
All
what
right.
anybody
No,
says.
let's
Hey,
save
they
that for the
stole it
car
from
one
me.
with Charlie.
That one's mine.
Well, that's fine. I don't know shit about cars, but I remember conspiracies about them.
Hmm. Well, how the cars are able to read the white lines, that was mine. I don't care.
Well,
I came up with
yeah. Well, I've told this to people before. If you ever had an idea and it was stolen from you, it's
that. Man,
because
get
they
an
can do
idea,
it.
write it down, put a
They
patent
can
on it right
actually
away.
do that.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. No, you have to patent it right away.
That's right. So is the
And they made it
breathalyzer
very
in the cars.
difficult for the lay person to
Mhm.
patent anything.
Yeah.
Now it's easier, actually, but
Hmm.
they did. They made it very difficult.
Hmm.
All right.
Sure did.
Talk about the 4th of July, and I'm going to get rid of
Oh,
this background.
4th of July. Isn't that funny, man?
No, it's
Yesterday
not funny.
in New York, yesterday on the 4th of
Funny.
July, I don't know what this DW, I couldn't get any more than that. I was trying to read more, but that some guy, he was 44 years old. I think he was celebrating somewhere else. He left. He was driving down a road and he actually ran into a whole bunch of other people and killed them. That was in Brooklyn.
Do you know where?
I don't know where in Brooklyn. I was trying to get more information when we came on, but I just couldn't catch it. So and I wanted to say
44.
that
It's close enough
that's
to my age that I might know
yeah,
him.
they tried to ban 4th of July uh, works against for here and in California again. But you should have seen it last night. The country, I think the country erupted again. I mean, there was so many aerials. Oh gosh, we even
So fireworks are outdated too.
I like fireworks.
I do too, but they're very outdated. What a fire I've seen drones. Now this is
Mhm.
going back before we even left, before my sister and brother-in-law even left Staten Island.
Yeah,
Their drones would do these like the eagle that you put into the community post.
yeah,
That eagle's all drones. I don't know if people know because you have to put a
right.
title, by the way.
That is drones. Those were all drones.
About 5 or 6 years ago, New York had a big drone.
Hmm.
Um, things were walking, things were changing. I think it was like Candy Crush sponsored.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Right.
actually remember seeing that was pretty cool. I like
And
stuff like that.
before I even left New York, this is going
Mm.
back 10,
I
12
like that
years.
kind of stuff.
You had drones that
Mm.
looked like flying saucers
Right.
with fire. There was literally, I don't know if it was decorative, it looked like fire.
Yeah.
It could have been decorative, but it would have had to been really good. It looked like it was on fire. And it changed colors too, a couple of them. I would see them all over, was it not Caesar's Bay? No, that was in New Jersey. where is it? I went for a prom there. Where the hell is it? Whatever. It's a part of New Jersey by the beach.
Mm, man,
So if
no.
they were doing that over a decade ago, why use fireworks anymore? It's a safety hazard. Okay, I remember when I was a kid,
Mm,
the 4th of July would start at like, 8, 9 in the morning. The kids would be lighting up fireworks. You literally, between the humidity, because if people don't think that what we do down here doesn't affect the globe, it always almost always rains on the 4th of July. Have you not noticed? Okay, it's always muggy. It's always hot and muggy on that day, and it almost always rains. At least in the East Coast, Joe. I don't know. In fact, I remember Florida many times it being like that. So it does something, okay? And I would walk out as a kid and the whole area would be smoke, like you couldn't see, like if as if it was fog, which
from
might
the
kind of make sense
fireworks.
because we were on the shore
Yeah, from
line.
the
But
fireworks, right?
yeah, from the,
Yeah,
I mean, in daylight, you couldn't
yeah.
see in front of
Your
you.
your thick air, the thickness of the air keeps the smoke away. That's
Atoms. Smoke is supposed to rise.
true. But when the air is thick,
It's when there's so much of it.
right, and it's wet, keeps it kind of
So
down,
I have no problem
damper.
with like getting rid of, oh look, I have you in back of me, getting rid of fireworks in general, as long as they have something, because it's safer. Technology is going to be better.
And me, I live out here in the West. I mean, where it's more spread out. So I say I like the fireworks. I say keep them going.
Yeah. I like fireworks too, but honestly, too many people have blown off their hands not knowing what they were doing.
Now, well,
Fingers,
there is a safety factor
noses.
to it, and you always got to make sure you're safe. You know,
I don't.
I mean, come on.
I
I
just
mean, you
think
got to
it's
teach. You
time
got to
to
teach.
move forward.
You know,
In a
there's
time where
safety
we're
precautions.
doing laser
Light.
surgeries, Joe, we're doing laser surgeries, but yet we're lighting little Cracker Jacks.
Yeah,
Come
because they're
on.
fun.
They were fun for our
Pe
age.
People like to see things explode.
Yes, but drones can do that. Don't you get it? You don't get it. Drones can do what's in back of me.
It's drones are cool. Don't get me wrong, but they still don't explode.
Yes, they
They,
can.
they just show you that a picture of explosion. They don't
Right.
actually explode. And
Wait till we
people
talk
actually
about
like the noise.
simulations and
The, they
3D and the
like the
Matrix
noise.
and the
Ah,
holograms. Wait till we talk about all
they're
that
just
because
pictures at that point. Pictures in the sky that disappear.
exactly a safer way. It's a new age. This is what kids do. Instead of using a pencil, they use a tablet.
Hmm? Granted.
This is just the new age.
Yeah.
You are old. You're an old fogey. I used to tell, I was telling my husband 10 years back or so, I was like, John, you're used to what you see, what you've grown up with, but wait till you can walk around and the TV be around you almost like a hologram. And he's like, that's never going to happen. Though. It will never be a projection into us and whatever. And I'm like, and then forget about, but then he never even saw the, what are the glasses? Oh, the virtual reality one. Oh, there's
Oh
a
yeah,
name,
I can't remember what those things are
but
called,
there's
but
one in general. My sister had it, and let me tell you something. It is the freakiest thing. I mean,
mm,
you're literally doing like the keyboard could come up in the air, and you're seeing it in the glasses, but you're doing it with your fingers in the air, pressing .com or whatever, your Gmail, whatever they ask you, prompt you to put in. And then if you look this way, you'll see a different object or something happening here. And then if you look this way, you'll see something else. I mean, this is kind of like the world we live in, right?
Mm.
I want to go into that later. I want to go back to that. I don't know if I want to make it today's subject because there's a lot behind it, a lot. And I barely understand it myself, so how you help you're gonna explain it, but it does prove the matrix theory, and there are scientists and the military on top of these things, and they
Mm.
have been for decades. Like I said, they're very, very, very much more advanced into people knows. They don't let us knows.
Nope.
Okay,
Just like it's just like where the hell is the laptop? Why haven't they gotten that out yet?
hunters.
Hmm.
What you yell about,
Every
Joe
day,
is a professional now at
a
calling
professional
FBI
yeller.
crooked motherfuckers.
I just don't like crookedness. I don't like, we should not have crookedness in this country, not by our officials, especially by our police forces, the top-notch police force in the country. They shouldn't be doing what they're doing. They shouldn't be allowed to do what they're doing. They shouldn't be made to do what they're doing. Either way, anyway, they shouldn't be doing what they're doing, period, the end, because it violates their oath. Sorry, you violate your oath. What are you if you violate your oath? You're nothing.
I'm sorry, did you share this to Instagram?
I can't. I can't do it to anything.
So
Let me see if I
Facebook
can do it
or
again.
Instagram? That's what I was just gonna, that's what I wanted to
Let
know
me
because
see
I
if
know
I
they're
can do it again.
connected. One time, now I'm a huge spades player. I have tons of apps, tons of whatever to play my spades. I play it constantly, daily. Um, One time Facebook got so mad at me, and this is before people were getting this, but I had 3 months. It was I wasn't only allowed to use my account for 3 months, and for 6 weeks they kicked me out of the spades. That's when I knew. I was like, whoa. And I wrote to them and I bitched to them after a while, and it was literally 6 weeks to the day that they let me back on. So it was another punishment. They were like, "Oh, she likes spades. Let's do this to her." It was fine. I had other apps and stuff, but it was one of my particular. It's one of my favorites, and now not as much. Thankfully, I found others, or I returned to others. They can get you. They
Hmm?
know. But you see, it's different now. They cannot do that now. They would have taken down so many broadcasters. If you guys, I love him. I love him. He must be the biggest Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who freak in the world, and I love him for it. AJ from YF question mark. If you ever saw the round YF, the Y files, let me tell you something. He reads all the material, all the military material. And I caught him about a year ago, and I didn't realize how in depth he got. And the last 5 or 6 months, I've been watching him. I try to stomach it because sometimes it's really hard to accept.
Yeah.
Sometimes and he uses what the military tells him, what scientists tell him, theoretical studies have told him. I mean, he has everything backed up. It's scary. And that's why he has over like or close to at least 4 million subscribers. Never mind that AJ. For your age, you still got it. I hope my husband's not watching this one.
Hmm.
I love him staying out of my business.
And he does too. My
Well,
wife
I
does not.
mean, don't get me wrong. Me and John do a lot. I mean, we are fantastic together. Fantastic.
Mhm. Yes, you guys are.
We do a lot of projects together. At least we used to. Now we're just doing projects for others. But yeah, we just don't bother each other when it comes to certain things. He knows I love him, so what the hell. Um, Getting back to, I know I'm skipping around here, but I want to get back to the Brooklyn thing because I'm wondering where it was. It's really sad. When I worked for Benjamin Moore, I worked for a Benjamin Moore outlet right in my neighborhood. I walked to work, took me 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. And oh, one of my favorite jobs. I was there for about 3 years. I was supposed to be doing the wallpapering, but all the contractors, this is before they could identify chips of colors, so all the contractors would come to me. The woman doesn't care if it's a little bit off. So I would mix the colors for them by hand, 5-gallon buckets, you know.
Mhm.
I love, like I said, I love that job. But one day it was between Benjamin Moore and my sister-in-law. I don't know why. I think maybe her. Oh, it was on the side of the building she worked in. One of the huge buildings she was worked for the landlord of a few buildings. But they had a mural put up, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and the guy bought the paint from our outlet, and I did a little metal sign
Mhm.
of the Benjamin Moore guy with the roller. I call them nappies. And you know, that it was our outlet. It was a really nice picture, and it looks I wish we had cell phones at that time. It was around that time that cell phones got hot. It was just around that time. After 9/11, though. No, maybe it was before. I don't remember, but the whole point is that this one guy, he was a cop, which I hate talking about, Officer Gray. I even remember his name. Um, Went to what we would have called Second Avenue in Brooklyn, and he was partying it up after work, and he was at strip clubs or whatever. Got off work, got out of drove apparently, ran over a family
Oh God.
going to school. Yeah, the mother was pregnant. She had one in the carriage and two,
Mhm.
and he ran over all of them. It was either three of, but and the father witnessed it. The father was sitting on the stoop. He was probably going to work, right after that. Yeah, they
Oh
were
God.
screaming. They called, and we heard this. This is what we had this kind of convention in the building in the lobby, and they played the tape. It was horrendous. Drinking and driving is not fun. It's
No,
not.
it's not good, man. It's not good, people.
This
Don't
one,
do it.
but what I did like, we had
Please
some
don't
kind of
do it.
smart judge there because they considered the woman pregnant two homicides.
Yes. Yeah.
I think there were four altogether. So there was two kids and
Yeah.
one in the belly.
Yeah.
All of them wiped away a whole fucking family like that.
Yeah.
I thankfully I didn't have to drive much. It was too expensive, too costly in the city. So, but
I
don't
would have
drink.
went insane. That would have made me insane.
Yeah, that man's probably he's probably dead. I think by now. He wasn't too old. He was in his like this guy in his 40s when the men go through that phase. What is it
Nothing to live
called?
for.
Middle-aged man can't work a VCR. Middle-aged man. I love SNL used to be so good back then. Moving on. Next.
Biden is going to Madison, Wisconsin for a rally. How do you think he'll do
Today.
today? Yeah, he supposedly got on the plane and left. I think he's going to fail miserably. He's also supposed to do an interview tonight, but they're already saying that it's taped. What do you think? I think it's taped.
Oh, that's pre-recorded.
I think it is. I think
Probably.
it's pre-recorded.
Why not?
They got
Uh,
us some. He says he's going to keep running when they're asking for him to drop out. Even his own party is asking him to drop out, and he hasn't dropped out. You know,
I want
Trump
people
said
to
he was going to.
understand something.
Trump said he was going to drop out.
Trump
He,
said Biden was going to drop out.
yeah.
Okay.
They're all
And they're going
saying,
to
well,
blame it on dementia, right?
of course, of
Listen,
course,
people, friends, when
it ain't Biden.
anybody of any age gets dementia, even when they're like younger, they
Mhm.
do not last that long.
No, they don't.
The most usual is 4 to 8 years.
Yeah, dementia
And they
is
just go
kills you.
downhill and downhill and downhill. So
Mm.
anybody that
Until you
thinks that this guy
pass.
has dementia.
Yeah.
Okay. He does not have dementia. It is either an actor
Hmm.
or just totally fake. I don't know how else you would fake. It can't be all pre-recorded if Trump's standing next to him, right?
Hmm.
But he does not have dementia, and he's not being pumped up with cocaine or
Cocaine would
methamphetamines.
never allow him to last as long as he
No,
did. There's no fucking way he's doing cocaine, people. There's no way. Come on. No way in hell's half
I
acre
have
is he doing
seen
cocaine.
people die of much less
Yeah.
at a
His
much younger
son's doing
age.
cocaine.
If you believe that they're still alive,
Yeah.
yeah. You see how
Well, I
you go
mean,
back and forth? You
who's
see
bringing the
that?
cocaine into the White House? They they still
But
haven't
who
told us
would
that.
do that? Who would you think that? Okay, you got the Secret Service and whoever else around all these fucking people.
Mhm.
Nobody is gonna leave coke in the White House, folks. Duh. Like,
Doesn't
I
make
feel
sense,
like
I'll tell you that much.
uh, it's not gonna happen. Stop believing the news. And I'm not saying that the news is wrong. They're reporting what they know.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're
They're
reporting
reporting what they're being told.
told to report.
They don't find anything out on their own anymore.
No, everything goes away. We don't hear anything more about it. It was
Yeah.
an issue for 5 minutes
And then it's gone.
and then it's
Like
gone.
what happened to all those people and all the
Because there's
families that lost people when the FBI killed all those people at that concert in
Vegas.
Nevada?
Yeah,
Why is that all of a sudden
that's
gone?
one of Joe's sticklers.
What about the Muslim guy that was arrested and thrown in jail for murder one out of Texas, and they wanted to let him go? How come they don't put that back in the news? That's what's happening. They let this guy go.
Because
I'm
they're not in
thinking it.
control. The only thing that makes sense is they're not in control of the media.
Mhm.
There's no way that CNN wants to report that the Biden White House has cocaine in it.
Yeah, and
They don't want to
yeah,
do this.
yeah,
If anybody ever watched
right,
Father Ted, that's where
yeah, and
that would
that one, and then
be my
when
feelings.
COVID came out and they let those hardened criminals out of prison. What in God's green creation would spur you to do something asinine like that? These people were killing other people. They liked it. And you let them out so that they could kill again? Doesn't make any sense to me,
None of it does. And then the killing of the
right?
cops in New York, and then the raping of these children, and they're all done by
It's,
illegals.
it's like,
Yeah,
whoa, what are they
children are
doing?
raped every day, guys.
Yeah,
Every day. Why
every
are
day.
these being highlighted in the news? Would it be the bad guys doing this, or would it be the good guys? Do you understand where I'm coming from? The good
Which
guys
ones are
want you to know
which?
that cocaine was caught in the White House, not the bad guys.
Yeah.
Not at this time. They would have loved it if it happened during Trump.
Oh, God,
Think
would they have
about it.
loved that?
Think about the field day. That would have been another 3, 4 years of news.
Yeah,
Russia, Russia, Russia.
yeah.
But it disappeared with Biden.
Yeah, nothing good to say about Biden and everything bad to say about
Mm.
Trump. It's just, it's crazy.
I think
It's
common
just
sense
crazy.
is lost on egoism.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
have to listen to Glenn Beck. He's got a bit of an ego. We all do when we want we know we're right at least, but you got to listen to Glenn Beck, you got to listen to Mark Dyson, you definitely have to listen to AJ. from the
And
Wi-Fi.
also, more importantly, listen to Trump.
Trump is telling us
Telling
everything.
you the truth.
He
He's not
does.
lying to you.
He made everybody cower.
He
That's
did.
what that's what Trump did.
Look what he did to the world. Look what's happening. Everybody's changing.
It's a movement.
It
This is
is.
a
He is a
movement. And
movement.
Mega make
This is the
everything great again is
Mhm.
going to win.
Yeah,
It's
this
going
is the
to win
people
by
against the
far.
government.
Hmm. We have friends all over the world, Joe,
Yes, we
that are
do.
totally even in our small 330 something people group, we got a ton of mega, or they understand, or they want it for their country, or it's like,
Yep. It's about being good and whole and working together, not fighting, not
about getting rid
crucifying
of the
each other.
Illuminati and the evil and the
Yeah, we don't need
cabal
no evil
and the
crap coming
Satanists.
in and saying, "Hey, that guy's doing this. You better go get him." We don't need that crap. You go out there and you be calm, cool, collected, do your thing,
Cool,
make a
collect,
living,
yo.
love people, love your children, love your family. You know what? That's
Love,
just, it sounds silly, but
love
that's what you're
will
supposed to
keep
do,
us
people. You're not supposed to
together.
go out there and hate.
I'm not making fun of you at
I
all.
know you're not.
Um, what was the song we were singing the other day though? That we had to look up because couldn't remember the lyrics.
Oh, that one.
There she was, just a
There you
walking
go.
down the street, singing,
Singing
do my
do what
diddy
did he?
diddy,
Yep,
no
that one.
diddy do.
Yeah,
I
that
love
one.
her, she is
That's
mine.
funny, man. That's funny. That is
Hey,
funny.
whoever's in the chat. Good afternoon, good afternoon.
Yeah, we're just
We should
talking.
really start announcing when we're going,
Yes,
like
we should.
I should have made it more of an issue that we were going live today. But then I thought we were going to go live tonight. But since you had so much news already,
Yeah. No. Here's one. You think Michelle Obama will be president? You think
what
I
do you
say
think of thing?
hell no.
What
But
do
they're
you
trying to
think,
tout her. They're trying to tout her.
Joe?
What? Caroline?
Joe,
Caroline?
Joe,
Are you there? Caroline?
Joe.
Did I say
What do I
something wrong?
think, Joe?
Caroline?
Where is Michelle Obama, Joe?
She ain't around.
She ain't around, Joe. She's been decocked.
That's
Oh,
just gross.
I know. So sorry. Shh, American
Oh
flag, hide your medal.
God.
She has been. She's long gone. They're long gone. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
They had her go into a store dressed up and nobody recognized her. And that's because it's not even her or him or whatever.
or
It's not.
whatever it is. It is. It's a something.
So what's going to happen though? Either way, explain to me what's going to happen if somebody has a couple of months to campaign, regardless who it is.
They're
What
they're
happens if JFK Jr. comes out and campaigns as a Democrat?
what's their strategy? Trump is a bad guy. Don't let him get in office. Trump is bad. Trump is bad. The
It
MAGA
doesn't matter. They
supporters are
have no
bad.
control. They're all dead. The
Yeah.
only ones left are the itty bitty titty committees. They're
The
just,
itty bitty
it,
thing.
I don't know. I don't, I don't, I didn't have enough coffee yet, I guess. I was up early. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what's wrong.
I mean,
I'm
it's
always
yeah,
like this.
it's all crazy. It's all crazy.
It's a cry cry.
Mhm.
A cry
You know,
cry.
I'd like to say something about President Trump's immunity case. You know how they let his immunity go out, or they gave him immunity for as being president. Well, it's going to come out. It has to because it's the President Trump talking, and doing his thing, and he's being the president, he's governing the country. And what does he have? As president of the United States, he has trusted advisors advising. So his immunity is going to extend to those. So who did they just put in prison for for not coming out with the January 6th stuff? They put two people in prison for that. They put
Oh,
Peter Navarro in prison for that.
oh, that's right. That's right.
So they should let him go immediately without prejudice. And they
Who's the other
just
one?
put Steve Bannon in prison for the same thing.
Yeah, but Steve Bannon,
Steve Bannon might be a bad guy for
then
what he did to the American people trying to take the money when they were building the wall. He might be a bad guy for that, but he was still advising the president, and he wouldn't give him information, so they put him in prison, and that's still not right. And that's why they put him in prison for not giving the information about January 6th. Whatever they think we did on January 6th, it was what they did. They did it. You guys did January 6th, not us.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Just sick and
That's
tired of
why
hearing about it.
I
They
just don't
stole the
believe.
election. Don't tell us we didn't see what we did, what we saw. You threw people out in Georgia. You threw them out. You put paper on the window so nobody could see that you were cheating. You cheated. We caught you. We have
All right.
affidavits that
Okay.
your fake judges didn't accept. Georgia, you're Georgia's the problem. Georgia started it. So I'm just saying. There you
Well,
go. But
damn.
his immunity actually extends to his staff. It's
It
got to
didn't-
come out that way.
it wasn't presidential immunity, first of all. Stop calling it that. They never called it presidential immunity.
But they were his advisors, so he was the president.
It
So
doesn't,
this
it,
is what it is. It's called they get the immunity too.
I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
it's not presidential immunity, which matters, right? What the fuck can get nobody in there? Like nobody gets immunity. Nobody. If you're doing things to harm your people, you deserve, at least in this country, that is the way it is.
Supposed to be.
Well, it is
You're
now
not allowed to harm
because
the
I know
people of
my
the
commander
country.
in chief is still doing it. Trump works and works and then works on top of working.
Yeah,
And
and you know what? He never got
that
paid
makes
a
me
dollar.
think that what?
He never got paid. He never took a
Because it's not
paycheck.
about money, is it?
That's right.
That's what people don't understand.
That's right. It's not about money. It's about saving the country.
It's very important that people get the right information out there. And if they have to make it a livelihood, then they do deserve compensation.
Excuse me.
Like I'm ordering a shirt from AJ. Ooh, can't wait. Or maybe I'll sponsor him. I like him that much. I mean, I learned so
AJ.
much from him.
Okay.
You did you watch it with me? No, we were watching the other kid
Yeah.
about the glitches in the Matrix
Yes.
before you went to sleep. You got really tired. That oh, what the hell is his name? I'll find him too. I got like 4 or 5 of them. They stroll through TikTok and find all this shit that just
Yeah.
some stuff don't make sense and
Yeah.
uh, obviously
And
like 70-80% of it you could tell is fake or have been
right.
faked or but there is that some that you're like, what the I can't figure that out. Even good magicians can't figure that out. It's not on some kind of fishing wire. That's for sure.
I would like to know what happened to that kid that actually um said, "Hey, well, now that the president has immunity, it's time for him to go after President Trump and
Right,
take him out." I wonder what happened to that kid. I hope they
right.
put up a story as to what happened, that they came to give that kid a visit.
Well, what happened to Madonna?
Nothing.
Uh, you think
I don't know.
when they did? they didn't have their adrenochrome. Okay. And I'm only gonna say that once in this
I get Celine Dion.
video. Yeah, her too, and Cher, and you got Kathy.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
Mhm. They're
Ah,
all they were high priestesses or whatever. I don't know. Well, Kathy is Anderson Cooper's sister, brother. We'll go through that another time too. Charles might find that one interesting because of the
hmm.
doppelganger. I want Reb to come back on. I need Dana back on. I need some of these. Even Joey. Joey should come back on. There's some
Some
people
more
who are
people
not
to
like
come
that.
in here and say, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Talk
I
to
want
us. Tell
Sarah
us
to
some
eventually come
stuff.
on and Janice. We
Yeah,
got
tell us what
people
your
here.
mind is. What's
There's
in your
Ken in the
mind?
group. There's Martin. There's
Yeah.
a Don.
Tell us what you know, what you believe."
Yeah, there's Joseph, our
Yeah,
Texas friend.
well, everybody. I like to hear from everybody.
It would
It's
not
just,
surprise any of my friends that I'm doing this. Like my friends that I grew up with.
yeah.
I don't think it would surprise my parents. It definitely doesn't surprise my husband or my sister. So it surprises me because I really didn't. I would have done this for anybody else. I didn't want to do it for us. I would have done it for you, Joe.
Um,
Do you know what I mean? I just don't like, but the thing is, I'm the one filled with the fucking information, the conspiracies. And how many people can sit there and say, hey, I know 3 or 4 conspiracies about cars, yet not know a thing about cars? There's also a nice haunting of cars. I know about 2 or 3 of those. Those are good stories.
you're
All right,
learning.
next.
You're
Oh, how
learning.
about Tom Selleck? He's one of
What?
my favorites. Tom
Tom
Selleck.
Selleck. Tom, Mr.
So
Tom.
Tom
Mr.
Selleck
Tom. What did he say?
does the NYPD Blue. What
Hmm.
does he do? Blue something. I don't know. My father used to
Uh,
watch
yeah,
Blue Blood. Blue
Blue
Blood.
Bloods. Yeah, Blue Bloods. Yeah.
And his house. This is, I don't know why. Bay Ridge, my area was always picked. Always
Hmm.
picked. And that's where he lives in the 90s in Bay Ridge. It's a nicer area, um, close to the water. He doesn't live there, the character. The house is there. They rented the house or something. I don't know. Um, but he is my all-time favorite from I never watched him in that.
Hmm.
But when I watched Ike, you just knew he was a patriot.
Yeah. He thinks
You
a
can't
second
play a part
presidency.
like that without being
Yeah. He thinks a second presidency would be good for the country.
a second.
Trump presidency. That's
No,
what
I
he
knew what
said.
you said, but I wanted you to say.
That's what he said. He is on our side. One of the
Yeah, he's
few.
a good guy. I don't know. I don't, and what gets me is he was actually, I want to say it was Jennifer Aniston's boyfriend on Friends.
Yes, he was.
People, Friends is not good.
No,
They were not good.
I didn't think
90210
so.
people were not good.
I didn't
That's
think
why
so.
they're, kind of like zipping away. You got people that stood next to Trump. Who's the one, the Spanish kid? He
Joey?
was Saved by the Bell.
Um,
Zach and Screech. Screech died.
Screech died.
He
Yes.
was really bad. Ugh, oh, oh, he was really bad from what I know. Oh, he was really,
Screech was
really bad.
dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He died of lung cancer, even though he didn't smoke. Um, which happens, but they're all gone. No, the Spanish one, he was seen with Trump. What the hell was his name? God, I've seen him in Golden Girls. He was such a cutie pie. One with the little. Oh, come on, Joe, you're useless. You old fogey, you don't know the. I should know it. I want to say his name is Michael, but I don't think so. Um, what are you doing anyhow? You're being awfully quiet.
Zachary?
Mario Lopez.
Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
Okay. Mario. What about him?
He was with Trump. He's
Oh,
been
okay.
behind Trump. Yeah. He came out with Trump. Screech is dead. That was Dustin Diamond. And then
Yeah.
Elizabeth Berkley. I don't know what happened to some of them, but that she's the one that was in one of those Showtime movies. Let me get your tits hard by putting ice on them.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, that was in one of her movies. I remember things like that. I don't know why. I
Hmm.
never told that to a model, when I was drawing a naked lady. I would
Mm.
never say, "Hey, I need you to, park up a bit." But I guess it's two different occupations there. Okay. Anyhow, boy, do I love to talk about.
You do.
I do. I have no shame. Well, you know what? When you've seen and done as much in a short life, heard stories, I think you're just done. I'm done. I'm done. You couldn't get me to go out anymore. You couldn't get me to do anything. Nothing is fun.
Not anymore. It's all ruined.
Just nature. Right. Exactly. The
Everything is ruined.
3D matrix
How are they going to fix this?
is ruined
How are
because
they
we
going to fix it?
we have to fix it. There's a thought of, and I've heard many people say this, and I always like to think it that we are one.
Mm.
So, okay, if you got an arm that's diseased in the body, you chop it off, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to chop it off to save the rest of the system.
Yeah.
In other words, as much as you don't believe in the death penalty, sometimes these people must go.
Yes.
They
There are
must
some people that do not deserve to
fight
breathe.
and be gone, right?
Yeah. There's truth in there.
I don't I mean, I make jokes out of everything, but if you really go through our stuff, there's points to
Hmm.
all of it. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping it sticks in your heads.
Yeah. There's no healing for this country until those that have done what they have done are made to pay for what they've
Right.
done.
We need justice.
We do.
And that I'm telling you, that's exactly what's been happening for the last,
Justice must be served.
it's been happening since Trump's
But
was in office.
the people must see it so that they know that you're not allowed to do what they've
You
done.
can't do that to people. You
Yeah.
can't
You
just,
have to.
boom.
You have
You
to.
can't you can't say Cher and Madonna and Kathy Griffith that they're all evil and oh by the way Kathy was a guy, Oprah was a guy,
You got to
Michael
expose it. You
Obama.
got to show it.
We've been telling people for how many 8 years since it came out. I knew a little earlier because there was something wrong with her.
It
I
was.
thought she was something. I didn't even care at the time until I realized what
Californians
was
live in
going on.
California.
But
Californians
we've
are
been
always trying
telling
to do something
people for
wrong.
years that Michelle is a Michael, right?
Yes. Yes.
And still,
They don't believe us.
it doesn't matter. No, to them it doesn't matter.
Mhm. To them, it doesn't matter.
But the fact is, they lied to us.
Exactly.
It was one big lie. And then on top of it, it was a satanic thing.
Hmm.
Okay. It wasn't just that, you know, this is how they wanted to live life. They're seeking out the people that will follow them and they're trying to Kool-Aid you, right?
Right.
Jones in you, to drink that Kool-Aid. It's all a game, libtards. And you're the pawns. You got people like Joe and I, we're bishops and rooks and knights. You're the pawns, guys. They're using you, using you.
Hmm.
You know your civil rights, know your constitutional rights. You can walk around with green hair, nipple earrings, piercings all over. It doesn't even matter because those are your rights. What's not your right is to shove it in our faces
That's right. You
because
can
it's
do it
our
if you
rights to
want.
be
I don't
like, we
care.
don't want to see you.
Yeah.
I don't personally care, but some people do.
I
Yeah.
don't care if you do it, but you don't need to shove it in my face. I don't care what you do. You can live the way
Right.
you want to. It's your life. You have to be happy with this life. You're given this one life. Live it how you feel you want to live
Mm,
it. But
that's pretty.
you have to know that the way you live your life, there are certain consequences for that lifestyle. There's nothing wrong with the way what life you choose, but you can't mix lifestyles. It just
Well, the
doesn't
first,
like
oh, I don't like that. I don't think
life
all
doesn't
you
let you mix
choose.
it. Life doesn't
I think
let
a
you.
lot of people, I think a lot of people were poisoned.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I feel
There's
that too.
too many facts to
Support it. I know. I agree with you 150,000%.
show. Like, I would say, like, a lot of lesbians in Hollywood, they're not really lesbians. They just don't give a shit because they're trying to make money or trying to become famous because that's more
Maybe,
important than your decency or whatever.
maybe. Yeah,
Of course they
yeah,
are.
yeah,
They don't care. They sleep with a girl and then they go to their husbands, whatever.
yeah.
It's just for a show, right?
Whatever makes it more money.
Anything. That's it. Sex sells.
It does.
And
It does.
so you get those people, and fine, they do what they do. That's another subject for another time. But then
Hmm.
you have people that grew up on like a brand of cereal or something, or soy milk, or their farmers' eggs, anything, and it destroyed them from the insides. Vaccines, vaccines, people.
Oh, that, jeez, God.
I think COVID must have been a very big warning to a lot of people.
What gets
Stop
me
with the
is
fucking vaccines. This
why do
vaccine's
you
for
get a
before
vaccine?
you get AIDS. Before you get AIDS, take this vaccine. What?
Why are you
What?
getting the cold vaccine, the flu vaccine? It
I
just
don't
makes you
know. It
sick.
makes you
It makes you
sick.
sick.
They
They
put the
give
flu
you a
on you.
flu. Yeah, I don't get sick that much.
It's so stupid.
I
No,
eat
because
good. I
you're
try to
careful.
eat right.
People get sick more in the cities because there's public transportation.
I
There's more traffic. There's more, there's more people going back and forth.
keep more
There's
to
more
yourself.
touching and feeling, opening
Right.
doors. But
Wear
it's really
gloves.
that I would always do that, or
Yeah,
I
wear
always
gloves.
stuff. It's
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
just UV the whole fucking city. It wouldn't take much.
Wouldn't.
There's a lot
Would.
of things that they just
They could. I wonder if they could put UV lights on the door handles and whatnot, so that when you touch it, it
exactly.
automatically kill the bugs
And
and
I'm
germs.
just like a nobody, and I just came up with that. Like
Yeah.
UV the fuck is I said
Hey,
it
we better
last
put a
time.
patent on that right away before they steal our idea. Right?
Por este mundo.
There
Well,
we
here
are.
you go. There's my agent. He's such a
Yes,
cutie.
that guy.
There's another cutie, my Trump. Yeah. Oh, look at young Trump. Oh, I love him to death. Wizard of Oz. Oz meaning ounces, people. Ounces of gold, like the yellow brick road.
Yeah.
Emerald City. This is all about money.
Yes.
Um, yeah. Oh, Rocky uh Kanaka. He sits with dogs. Guys, he's lovable. I love him to death. Oh, there's
Chaz, who was a
Chaz.
woman.
Famous 15 famous guys who were born female. You couldn't believe it though. Like he's not really that well. He doesn't some of them look so much like men. It's unreal.
Yeah.
You couldn't believe it. Oh yeah. So Darian knows exactly what oh, you see, I have AJ open on another one. I probably
Yeah,
have, oh, this is really good. The Lost History of Flat Earth. Um, we'll have to watch
I'm
this
not going
one
there.
day, Joe. I think you've caught some of it. I am not a flat earther, but some of these like this
I'm
is like a
so not.
6 hour thing, I think. It's like very long and it doesn't matter. So much history. It puts a lot into perspective. You see, I like everything. I got to study a little bit of everything. There's Rocky. He's good. He has a new show with the animals. He's got two of them actually. What I was gonna do is take a break.
Mhm.
Oh, there we are live.
Yeah, yeah. We could
Because
just
I
come
need to
back
get
on later.
coffee.
We could come back on later too. You can come back on later, whatever you want to do. It's easy. Turn your
Well, it's
thing.
up to you. Do you want to stay and talk or you want to go get yourself coffee?
Oh, I need to get coffee and I need to break. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. So, guys, we'll be back in 5 minutes. My poor puppy. Um,
Yeah.
and to chased a bear the other day. The other day before yesterday. In the morning. Not a very big bear, not a very small bear. Chased the bear though. Like my husband tells me this. I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. I like the shorts. I like making things pretty.
Right.
But you don't mind it, Joe.
I
You love the
don't.
commercials I've done for you, and
I
the
know. I
second
don't
one that
mind.
I did for you, I think is
You
like
do a lot of good
really
stuff.
well, this is that of Joe. Okay.
Oh, look
Anyhow,
at that.
but
New Jersey does not renew Trump's liquor license in the wake of his felony conviction. Well,
New
that'll all be
Jersey,
overturned too.
New
That'll all
Jersey,
be overturned. Yeah, New
wait, say
Jersey
it
did.
again. New Jersey won't give
Does not renew Trump
renew.
liquor licenses in wake of felony conviction.
Does he own anything in New Jersey anymore?
He's
I
got
know he has
he's got
a
the
house.
casino.
No, he doesn't.
He
There's
doesn't
no
have those
casino.
casinos in Atlantic City anymore. He doesn't have
No,
nothing there in New Jersey.
no,
I
no.
don't know. I don't know.
Before, don't you remember what
Maybe
he
he
was gonna
pulled
go?
out of those states. I don't know. I really don't.
He has a house here, not too far from me,
Yeah.
like 20 minutes away, I think. I gotta go there actually.
Yeah.
Drive
You
by
know what
there
I find funny about that
if I
all those
can.
cases up there? All those cases about Trump, all of them. There's only been one judge, and that's that Judge Mercon.
Yes.
And he's slated to be on the next trial of the one against Bannon. He was also the judge, wasn't he the judge against um what's his name? Navarro? If he was, that right there shows you
Where did you
the
get that
corruption. Because
from?
didn't you say that it's supposed to be they're supposed to go in line? I mean, they one it's you not every judge gets picked, it's the next one
Wait,
in line or something like that. Didn't you tell me that over there about the judges when they do cases?
not me.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be they have judges and they're all supposed to get an equal chance to be on, to be a judge. So if you show favoritism to only one judge, what about the other judges? They never get to sit on cases because the one judge is doing all the cases. Well, that's what Mercon's doing. He's been the judge on all of these, and they should have had
Oh, I know what you're
a
talking
slew
about.
of different
Okay,
judges.
yeah, I remember hearing about that, but I didn't. You explained it to me or something. I don't. Yeah.
It's supposed to be a slew of different judges. They're supposed to have a different judge every time.
Right.
It's like a lottery type thing is what I was trying to get at. And these guys are
Well, nothing
picking
has ever
wrong.
been
They're picking
fair, so
wrong.
it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I had to go. I had to put Hawkeye on the bed. Hey, puppy,
Poor Hawkeye.
you chased a bear. Yes, you did. How'd you chase that bear? You're like you're 70 something years old, kid. Okay. Okay. Now, what else? Was
I
there
don't. I
any
don't.
other subjects?
Just that Judge Mercon being on all the damn cases. I mean, I don't get how they can even consider it fair.
Because nothing, they're not, Joe, it's not up to them. You see, they're showing you the bad shit.
Mhm. Yeah,
How much more can America take before it hits rock bottom, before it realizes, before the majority really starts saying, what the hell, yo? No, we're not going to take this. I mean, luckily, I don't think we have to come to arms because I think it's already been done for us. But we have to slowly wake the people up that don't realize that the person, their celebrity they've been enthralled with their whole lives. Thankfully, I've never been like that. Ugh, I hated girls that went to boy bands. Oh my God, go away. But their heroes are honestly bigger fuck ups in the most disgusting manner possible.
yes, they
You
are.
can't, it's gonna be like James Orwell's and people War of the Worlds and people like committing suicide thinking that there are aliens.
True, true.
This is all coming together at one time. There's things happening to the earth. There are things being revealed. There are things being taken care of. There's a show going on. There's all these little things going on. The earth is being cleansed. I know Reb keeps taking pictures of clouds in New York, but some of them are cirrus clouds, I believe, because a lot of cirrus clouds can be weird shapes and wispy. And in upstate New York, you're going to get pressures, fronts, hot meeting cold, and all this. And those cirrus high clouds are going to look very funny. But then you do have these mushroom chemtrails.
Hmm.
The mushroom chemtrails, I really believe, are us. I'm positive because they were always chemtrails, just like these lines. Now all of a sudden, after they mushroom out, meaning like an explosion in the air, but not that quick, I guess, but spreads out evenly.
Do you know anything about Agenda 2025?
My God, there's Agenda 21, 22,
And who's
23.
putting out
There's
these agenda things? Because I don't ever
Agenda
hear them in our
31.
group. I don't ever hear them in our groups. Of course, it's
Well,
supposed to
there's an
be.
Agenda 47, Trump's agenda. That's the only
Yes.
one you should care about. Everything else it's all taken care of them, care of. A lot of it was from the UN. The UN has been dismantled. I do believe I will check that most of the immigrants that you see, these young men, are actually UN hired guns, barbarians. I call them barbarians. Do you understand? Like they're entrapping them. Yeah, they go in a
Okay.
room and they
Okay.
get locked in their room. That's just a personal belief because I just see what's going on in New York and it looks like typical shit to me. But again, I have to go there. None of my friends have said anything. My brother lives there, my sister-in-law, I have family there, friends, and nobody's saying anything different than any other usual year in New York.
Yeah.
The only thing that's different is it's worldwide, or at least national. Uh,
But they still do. There's a lot of stuff that they have done in the past that both sides have agreed to, yet they fight about. They don't say anything about. I don't
both
get all
sides.
that stuff. You know, like where they gave part of our uranium to Russia. Then and nobody talks about that.
Well, who did that?
The government did that. Congress
Yeah,
did
but
that.
who?
I know who did it.
Who helped with Uranium One?
No, there you go. That would be Soros
You,
and the cabal.
Clinton.
Well,
It's
Clinton.
it's the whole, they're the whole
But they're all
shebang.
involved. But they're
They're
all
all
involved.
involved. It's not the Democrats or the Republicans, which
Yeah.
is what you implied.
It's not because they're
It's
both the
the good
same.
versus evil. That's all
Okay.
it is.
It
I
is.
hate to like say that over and over again, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
All right, was there anything else? I don't want to come back on later, I don't think. I mean, I'd rather get
Okay.
it. That's why I took the coffee break. And even if
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not a
just
good
looking.
time for people, we've had a lot of people on and off, which is fine, as
I
long as
think,
they,
yeah, I think we need to, yeah, things are gonna start happening a little bit quicker here in these next couple of months. I think after this month, July, the stuff is really gonna start really boiling. They're really gonna start ramping it up. They should start ramping it up this month, but it's really gonna be hard next month. They're gonna really start hitting each other hard, which they should.
um, I know a
It's time.
couple of things I believe are going to happen. And I think I'll explain that over the weekend.
You think
Just,
Joe will quit? I
it
do.
doesn't matter. He's dead.
Or
It,
the entity that is Joe Biden, I should say.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. You understand the theatrics do not matter. Some things I wonder about, but this I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
certain things I wonder about. There's a couple of things I was unsure of, and they played out kind of funny. But for the most part, I hate to say it, I've been like, on the ball. And it's not me. Don't think it's me. Well, some shit I come up with, but it's from all the information that's out there. It's everybody
Right,
giving everyone else information. You cannot be the only one to do the research.
right. There's just
There
too
is
much
so
out there.
much. You just
Mm,
cannot be the only one.
agreed. Agreed.
It's very important that we work as one.
Mm.
I was trying to say it
We
before.
the people, right?
We are God when we are together. There's
That's
nothing
right,
that
man.
could
That is
there's
right.
nothing that could hurt us when
Hmm.
we
I
work as
believe it.
one.
I believe
That's
it.
what I was saying. Chop off the evil. You
Hmm.
have all this beautiful good. It was done, guys.
Yeah.
There were many, many executions, many, 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 many tribunals. I mean, one day I'll get like a dozen of us that all know, that all believe in Q to an extent, or what's going on to an extent, or everybody has their different philosophies though. But for the most part, we are together that there's something happening.
Mhm.
And I keep saying, how can you have such a small group of people
Mhm.
and have so many, like a quarter of them, believe the same things? It's, and then look at the conspiracy group we have now. Nobody left when I changed the name.
Yeah. Mhm.
I changed it's Conspiracies Mega and Q or something like that. And I had one person say everything but the Q. And I said, no, I'm not actually a Q fan. I don't follow them, but they are the military in America,
Sorry. It
in
is
the
what it
United
is,
States,
guys.
that are controlling,
Hmm.
they are controlling what's going on.
That's right. They're trying to tell you what's happening in so many words because they can't just out and out tell you.
See, how do you agree with that? And not, it's not like you don't agree with stuff, but you tend to go back and forth. You're
I
like
do. I do go back and forth
interdimensional.
because some of it is true and some of it is not. It's just
Interdimensional.
you you have to filter out what's true and what's not. You have to
Got to.
filter out what you believe and what you don't. I don't know if I'm totally right or if I'm totally wrong, but I've been pretty much right about how I felt about everything else. But I mean, there's no way everybody can be right about everything. So I just don't
Oh
know.
no, I only had a 77.
Yeah.
Remember that? I told you that morning I woke up, I had it wasn't it was lucid. It was a lucid dream. It was I knew where I was and why I was there. I just don't know how I got there or the test I took, but I got a 77. I'm like, I'm okay with that.
Average.
And maybe I'm being lazy somewhere. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not being such a professional.
Yeah.
I could give a shit. Like I said, I could have sold my paintings and I never did. I never wanted to be. I just, ugh. Something about the whole fame when it's important, like Trump being president, yes. But like the stardom, I mean, they call them stars. Stars are heavenly bodies. Is that really what you want to think of Hollywood as? Heaven,
No,
right?
no, they are not
No,
stars. They're
no,
people acting as other people.
right.
They are
You know
always
how many people
trying
could
to
act? I
be,
could have been an actor. For
look,
shit,
they're
sure, I could
always
have been an
trying to
actor.
be somebody they're
Super.
not. That's what they are. They're always doing that.
That's a
Always.
good point. Trying to always be something they're not.
Yes.
Yep, because they're ashamed of what they are.
They're not ashamed of what they are. They must be.
Where's my little alien guy? I want him to say goodbye. Oh, Hawkeye. I got a picture of Hawkeye there. I can't believe he chased that bear. I can't.
I
Thank God I
can.
was sleeping. My husband told me then, you know,
I actually can't because that's what he does. That's his job.
oh, he's on the other
That's
side.
what he's bred for.
What did you call him? What did you name him?
George.
I thought so.
Hey, George.
I like
What's up,
Fred.
George?
Maybe I could fix it because I don't like how his head's back.
Eastern
You know I can make you backgrounds. I don't know why I've learned all this shit. I'm doing it for years, I guess.
Mhm,
I used to make a lot of things for the kids when I was painting with them. I'd
mhm.
make videos. In fact, I have an original Ladybug collective group just teaching the children. And oh my God, they're so much fun. You could see the arts being zapped into their brain. They smile, they love it. Like you being a clown. That was an art, Joe.
It was fun.
People don't realize that's an art. Like cooking is an
Mhm.
art, and all these things are
Did
art.
I did balloons. I made little animal balloons, dogs. I made a sword,
My girlfriend, I used to help her with the store. She
made a
um
heart.
she would make balloons, but I don't mean these little, I mean, you wouldn't believe if it was a unicorn theme for a children's party, you would have unicorns life size made out of
Yeah,
balloons. Like this is the beauty of what she did. And oh, I used to love hanging out with her. I, I'll have to get back in touch. I wonder what happened after COVID. And in New York, a lot of places closed down. And, I,
yeah.
and that was a party.
There's something that says that
Oh,
they're
Tina.
not really allowed to take away our livelihood, and yet they took away our livelihood. They took away some people's livelihoods, and now major companies are closing down, and the corporations are taking over.
Well, there's
That's
some things that we
They're
wanted
taking
to
people's jobs.
happen, and that's why COVID was allowed to go through. Their adrenochrome was poisoned. That was a big one. That's
Mm,
why they all lost weight and looked sickly. I mean, you'll
yeah,
find pictures of them anywhere now. They're not hiding it. So if they're not hiding it, that's trying to tell you you're smacking it in your faces.
yeah,
All right. Is there anything else? Because I'm done.
yeah. I don't have
We're so
anything
just
else.
like, whatever.
We just
We
wanted to come
almost
in and just have a chat session, just talk about some things.
let me just Trump is the one that said that Biden's not going to return.
Yeah, Trump did say that. He says he's out. Trump was gonna. Trump said that
So
Biden
when he
said he's
says
out.
he's
He said he
out,
made him quit.
do you think he means he's out for the campaigning, out for the election, or has he been
Yeah,
out the whole fucking time?
he's been out. Been out the whole fucking time, right? whatever,
This is what I'm saying.
whatever or whoever it
Don't read
is.
Trump, read between the lines,
Yeah,
dudes. Don't
whatever it
read
is or
Trump.
whoever Joe Biden is, he's never been there.
Right? Right? He's an actor. There's no way a guy
We've
with
seen the
dementia
masks.
would have
You've
lasted this
seen the
long.
masks. Yeah.
You guys, you got to stop believing people.
They have showed you the masks that whoever is playing Joe Biden is wearing. They've
But
showed you
yet,
the masks.
but yet, this is
You've
not
seen
on
them.
Fox News or, I
Don't
mean,
believe the
we've seen
media.
on
They're
like,
lying. The media is the one that started this whole crap. And guess
you're
which
telling
one it
me.
was? It was NBC. I blame you. NBC. They're the ones that started this with
Is
when
NBC the one
Trump
with the
Trump
peacock?
grabbed him by the pussy. He said, grab him by the pussy. Stupid.
Ooh, I'm so
That's
scared. Pussy,
stupid.
pussy, pussy.
You
And we're
ruined
seeing,
our
are you being
country
served?
because Trump said grab him by the pussy. You thought it was okay to ruin our country.
Are you being
Screw
served,
you.
man? She's on the CB radio. She goes, oh, and I have all the trophies. My pussy came in first place.
Yeah,
It's like such a bad word. I kind of grew up with it in my household just from Are You Being Served? I'm sorry.
yeah.
Just like
There you go.
it's not that
It's
big
like,
of a
come
deal.
on, man.
And the thing is, but if you had watched it in the East News, they made it sound like he did it when he was coming off an airplane. And it
Off an
full
airplane.
mhm.
He
It
was coming
full
out of a motorhome.
I'm telling you, people heard it and saw his voice, but his picture coming off an airplane in the Northeast News. I saw that in New York and New Jersey. Yeah.
Even an
So
interview with the
I
Channel
should have asked,
4, the NBC guy coming out of the in California, coming out of the trailer or that motorhome that they always have, that they
right,
always stay in, one of those
right.
things. That's what it was. Good Lord.
I
They lied
know.
to everybody. See how the different
It was
stories
a
are from
pure
one
out
side to the other
lie.
side?
And I
Jesus
know a
Christ.
few people that were arguing with me about it. And I'm
It's
like,
just
no, guys, you got
insane.
it wrong. It's wrong. You got to stop listening to the news.
Exactly. They're the ones that started all
Yeah.
this crap. But NBC is the one that started. They're the ones that came out with it
Wait,
first.
again, NBC is the one with the peacock?
Yes.
Okay, you got one with an eyeball, right? ABC, no, NBC, CBS is the one
CBS.
with the eyeball. Think
CBS.
about it, people. The eye,
Mhm.
Mordor.
CBS is bad.
That weird shit always
NBC
comes out
is
of me.
bad.
You got to
ABC
understand,
is
right? The
rotten.
eye, right? Can we see where this is going? See
Yeah.
the one eye?
Yep.
That's a fucking Illuminati sign, you know? Come on, people. The eye on top of the pyramid. Mordor. All right, let's say our goodbyes. I'm done. I'd like to have some. Well, I need to cool off my
I'm saying
burning
bye.
coffee. That's probably
Yeah,
what's
you tell me
pissing me
I'm
off.
saying bye.
How about that's it? Yeah, peace out.
Peace
Peace out,
out.
my
Love
brother.
y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks
Oh
for
no, it's
looking at
brother.
us. Thanks for listening to our banter. Hope you guys can find some time to
Well, there are
research your
people in
own.
the chat. Oh, I wish they
Just
would
let me know.
chat, but probably. I mean, I know I put the phone down and just do what I have to do when I'm listening to shit too, but
Mhm.
I'd like people to come into Zoom. I
Sure.
think we're gonna go on to tomorrow's Saturday. We'll probably go on tomorrow night,
Okay.
tomorrow evening.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Or do you want to wait till Sunday till your day
Either
off?
either one, either one, what everybody feels comfortable. I'm
Yeah,
good.
but
I'll make my stay up. You know I
Sunday
will
is
make
difficult.
myself stay awake.
I know, but then you're like, I ain't
You're
kidding.
I know.
All right, I love you.
All
Love
right.
all you guys out there. Peace
You
out,
guys
my
be
brothers.
good.
I hope you had a happy fourth.
Yes.